Okay, unlike the other show that we just finished watching, oh, show, the show that she was talking about the divorce camp, was it that one that I did hear about? This one, I don't believe I've heard anything about. So this one should be much more surprising, which is with 45 idols and influencers join a live acting show. The audience feels bad for the judges, so I'm assuming they're giving the judges a hard time.
Quack, quack.
There is an acting show in China where they take
That's
you to a
another Chinese
place
show.
called Performance City. This is improv in real life.
So it
with
is improv.
actors. There's going to
live
be
acting show.
45 actors on set, and they're going to be improving different scenes to compete to become the best actor in the world. This is like the real life competition of the Oscars. This is how people are going to get recognized for their talent and skill.
Are we talking about one of the biggest show in China last year?
Because your sister was telling me about it, and she was saying, you don't understand. You're never going to see anything like it. She's using these very vague terms, like you'll never see anything like it.
I know a lot of the shows that Stephanie has been introducing us to that have come from the Chinaverse, well, not the Chinaverse, just from China, have been all these descriptive words that she's
It's never
listing
been
here.
done before. I mean, I was mind blown. There were so many parts where I was staring at the screen and my jaw was on the table. So I'm like, okay, I am about to sit here and I'm about to go on a journey, like an emotional journey with these people who are probably method actors, who are probably the top, I don't know. I'm so scared naming celebrities these days because I don't know who's doing what. So like, you know, random celebrities that are really good at acting. They're gonna be like that, but in China, and I'm gonna see a reality show of it. So tell me why. Tell me why. The first sweep of this that I do, I go online and netizens say, basically this show is a mental institution and the four mentors, the four judges on the show have been thrown in there to test their mental fortitude. And I said, wait, is this not the same show that Tiffany was just telling me about? Because what's happening? The four mentors, two of them are much older. So I'm gonna break it all down for you, but they have been in this industry for years and they're not retired, but they could be if they wanted to be. Does that make sense? Like they're old enough, some of them, to be retired, but they just have a love for what they do.
But they're still grinding.
Everyone is now very semi-seriously debating on the internet, on Douyin, on Chinese netizen threads, if this show constitutes as elder abuse, because the way that these 45 contestants are mentally exhausting the four mentors, it's basically torture. So with that being said, you know, remember in the last video, so the last video I was talking about the couples palace. I'm working on the next part, by the way. It's about to get crazy. I'm working on it. I just needed a break from love. I needed a break from all of that. But I was talking to you about something that was really strange that was happening with Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Sponsorship.
Evidence photos?
I really like this method of sponsorship. It's very immersive.
Yeah, it was very strange. And I really am somebody that hates to say I told you so, except every opportunity that I get to say it, I'm gonna say it. I hate it though. It kills me inside before it kills you, but it has been confirmed. Something is going on with Cinnamon Toast Crunch. I'm just gonna expose to you all of the little nasty little secrets because I'm no longer part of the select group of investigators investigating this crime. They freaking kicked me off. Remember my researcher who gave me the box?
Off the case.
She was like, you're not really good enough for this. She gave it to our other researcher. I'm like, hello? Cinnamon Toast Crunch just publicly acknowledged that the cereal squares are devouring each other. They're eating each other up for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, but they need our help. We've got to crack the case. There is a wanted square on the loose.
Wanted square?
Wanted square.
You think I'm kidding? Take it seriously.
You know what this reminds me of? It reminds me of like in elementary school back around Christmas time when they had us make like gingerbread men and they read us a story. I don't know what the story was. I'm sure it's a really popular kid story, but it's like the gingerbread man ran away and you have to find him. And then all the staff were in it. They put us all in like a manhunt to find the runaway gingerbread men. And then I think in the end result, it was like found in the kitchen, the cafeteria, and we got to eat him. It was like that. It sounds kind of dark for elementary school kids, but it was super entertaining and immersive. Like you legitimately thought this pastry, this little cookie, like got up and ran away.
Seriously.
Like a runaway cinnamon.
And it was
It's a
on the
runaway
run.
cinnamon toast crunch. I'm gonna put the wanted flyer right here. It reads, "It's dangerously delicious. What we're looking for is lightly dusted, last seen fleeing a cereal box with crumbs on its hands." And I know you're like, what's in it for me, right? I'm gonna tell you what's in it for you. There's a reward for helping bring this crunchy criminal to
tell me.
justice, because
I'm trying
just
to get
looking at this
AT's
wanted
concert
poster, I'm like,
tickets.
how dare this crunchy delicious criminal do this to us? How dare they? So if you find one of the
What's the
impacted
prize?
boxes,
That one looks a little sus.
I mean, you know, the ones with just this one rogue square inside, you could win a year's supply of cinnamon toast crunch.
I was just gonna ask, do they genuinely have like? 'Cause this is like crazy promotion. It's super fun and entertaining. If Cinnamon Toast Crunch legitimately has that angry face pattern on one or maybe a few of their cereal boxes. Like if you get Cinnamon Toast Crunch and you find the one with the face on it and you give us a call, then you get like a year's supply worth of free Cinnamon Toast Crunch cereal.
That's right,
Whoa.
cinnamon toast crunch for the entire year.
What are we looking for? One square box, like the
It's
one
not
that we
worth it for
got.
me.
Yes, this is your official invitation to the strangest, crunchiest mystery of the year. If you want to help Cinnamon Toast Crunch find the boxes with only one square left, head to cinnamon.toastcrunch.com for a chance to win a free box. If you receive a box with only one cereal piece left, you can get a year's supply of Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Consume responsibly and good luck. So with that being said,
If you're a consumer, then good luck with that. I would prefer like a cash reward prize. I don't, like I said in the last video, I don't need Cinnamon Toast Crunch like that, but that would be a
we've
fun
got 4
scavenger hunt.
mentors on this show. We've got
Wait,
mentors.
hold on.
Yes.
You gotta tell them the name because people go crazy without the names.
Oh yeah, what's the show name? What's the show name?
Okay.
I think it's anyways,
Oh,
Okay.
I don't know that I know it's season 3. That's all I know.
So here's why I never tell you guys the show name. I'm not gatekeeping anything.
There's
It's
always
just,
somebody in the
for
comments who
some
finds it,
reason,
though.
Anytime my Korean researchers tell me a show, they never tell me the name of the show, and they're just like, it's the one show with the da 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 da. Okay, and so Tiffany calls this Performance City, so I'm calling it Performance City, but it's not called Performance City, and I cannot for the life of me recall what the actual name
And
of
then
the
the
show
thing is like
called.
there's obviously the Chinese name, but the English name is
Yeah.
like I have
Always weird.
no
I think it's
idea.
like
Yeah.
Everyone Stand By Me or something. Like,
see that has
every-
nothing to do with the name.
yeah, no, it's weird. But with that being said, I'm just going to introduce you to the 4 mentors because this show is very
Can you
serious.
explain like what are they doing?
I don't even know. I'm gonna be. I'm learning
When she
as we
first
go.
described it
I only
versus-
watched like the first episode because I don't want to spoil it for myself. I don't want to
It sounds
spoil
like a
it.
3 in
Okay,
1.
so basically, here's what's going on in the first episode. 45 contestants come together, and they're all supposed actors and actresses.
Aspiring, right?
Yes, and there's gonna be 4 judges, mentors that are teaching them, guiding them, and then every episode, because it's a reality show, people are gonna get eliminated until it's the last one standing. I have a sneaking suspicion that this person is gonna be put in like a drama or something.
Yeah.
I went in balls deep without knowing what the fuck's going on, so you're just gonna have to suffer with me, okay? We've got 4 mentors. Mentor Chen, he is a Chinese filmmaker.
Chen Kai-ge,
Yes.
aka Legends. I met him. He's cool. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yo, there's always some lore behind Mr. Mango Butt. Like, like all throughout the videos, there's a little story little sprinkled in there, just mentioned like, oh yeah, I met this celebrity before, or I met this celebrity before, I saw them on an elevator, I saw them at the gym, I saw them like in the hotel lobby. It's like, geez, y'all be meeting all these people just out of
He's
random.
cool. Was he nice? Was he
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah,
Because
he's
he's very firm on the show.
Yeah, he was kind of firm.
Oh.
Straight up giving like a strict uncle vibe.
Yes, that's the vibe
Like
on the
literally
show.
like okay, young man, what are you up to? Like, you know, it's like
Okay,
a
young man is
man.
crazy.
very like serious uncle.
Yes, okay, he's so serious on this show. I didn't know if it was for the show to make it dramatic or I guess that's just his personality. He's not mean. He would
Yeah.
probably just make me cry because I'm sensitive. Yeah, but he tells the audience the power that a movie can have can't be calculated by numbers. Although it's the digital age, I'm sorry to tell you, the amount of energy a good movie can generate cannot be quantified by numbers. This is how serious he takes filmmaking. The next mentor, Mentor Wu, you know him? You know him?
Who? You gotta give me the name.
I got you.
Right? She's like,
Okay,
mentor
wait,
Wu, you know him.
I got my little notebook. Guys, I'm so serious. I got my notebook of names. Mentor
Taking
Wu
notes.
Jianyu. He tells the audience, okay? Just like we used to learn acting. This is about acting. Encounter demons and kill the demons. That is what every actor does. No one can get in an actor's way. Everyone, there is a role waiting for you in this world. Then you get mentor Jiang Ji.
Zhang Ziyi.
Jiang Zi, listen, she's the goat. She's the goat, okay? She says, in fact, words don't really matter. Rhythm is important in acting. It is like, I mean, there is this grand music playing in the background, just amping up to what feels like a hero's tale kind of music. It's so cinematic while these legends in this industry are sitting there talking about what it means to be an actor. There are scenes from this season that are being overlaid.
Stop.
There's a man begging on his knees for help. There's people beating up a poor beggar.
JYP
There's
would not
students
approve
getting
of this.
physically
Your dance is very amateur. Your body is stiff.
beaten and bullied into school.
You're obviously
Mentor
not that
Zhang
good.
says, everyone came to this show hoping to become a better actor and to unleash your potential within. The show opens with each contestant.
Wait, what about the fourth one?
Oh yeah, okay, so her name is Isabelle Hubert. She's a French actress. So she speaks
I've
mainly
heard of her
French.
before.
So I do think that they like cut down her lines, because I don't think that they wanted to subtitle a lot. That's the
No
vibe that I was
way.
getting, at
Why
least on the
invite
first
her in the
episode.
first
However,
place?
she's beautiful, stunning, also a legend. So all of them are so poised, and you get this cinematic music playing in the background, and then cut, they all say something about acting, and then it cuts to the contestants walking down. It's like one of those, you know, Paramount Pictures, Studio Hollywood sets. It's like a
Yes.
city, but you can see it's all lit up, and it's like a
Yes.
fake city,
Yes,
clearly,
yes.
right? And it's an interesting mix of people. You have people who introduce themselves already as actors, someone who just graduated from Beijing Film School a year previously. You have Xu Jiaqi. She's an
Sure.
idol from a girl group. Her English name that she goes by is Kiki, so I'm gonna call her Kiki. Okay, she walks in, so she is a girl group idol, but she's been acting and she's trying to break out more as like a serious actor. Because you know there's like a transition when you're an idol.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you
I kind of like those transitions. I always wonder whenever I get into a group, I'm like, all right, I wonder somehow down the line, years down the line, when they're like at the end of their like group activities, their journey as a group, who's going to branch off to be like a solo singer, get their own company, you know, who's going to be an actor, who's going to do this and that, TV host.
get the cute roles, and then it's like, no, give me the serious roles. And they're all walking through this really beautiful fake city, and they all get led into what looks like a Mr. Beast set.
Oh my God.
That's the only thing I can compare it to. They walk through this beautiful city, and then they open the door, and it's a warehouse. There's studio lights hanging from the ceiling. There's wooden hallways set up. And in the center, you have these 45 casting chairs. Like, you know, the ones that you see on set, like
Yes.
the director's chair for all the contestants. They start coming in one by one. The first group, everybody gets a nickname. So one of the nicknames is Gen Z actor in training. Okay. Another one is like a Xinjiang beauty. So that's like a location. That's like being like an Alabama beauty. That's like being a North Dakota beauty. Nothing's wrong with those states. I also live in the South. Okay. I live in a random ass middle of nowhere state as well. But it's just so weird.
It must
Okay.
be an intern who came up with these names.
A national school flower. That's
Okay.
like the it girl of the school, right? Ever-changing rising star.
Maybe ChatGPT came up with these names actually.
Youthful oxygen girl.
That's
the
a
weirdest
word
one
in
so
Chinese.
far.
'Cause it's like
Oxygen
your
girl.
breath breath of air.
Oxygen girl is basic. I think the girls that looks like they are very bright and they're very ready, like outgoing. It's an aesthetic.
Okay, and then there's the comeback king. These are more normal. There's some nice ones. The chosen one. Versatile snake beauty.
Versatile snake, beauty.
Now you're
Okay.
gonna die. Those are actually the nice ones.
Right.
Because you get
Where's the more
some
unhinged
that read
ones?
professional weeb, which is just like someone who's obsessed with like anime. Okay, Shanghai Theater Academy student looking for a
God.
job. This is one
Jeez.
person's nickname.
Do the people match their nicknames?
Absolutely. I don't know who came up with these names. They're goofy ass names, but I look at each people and I go, you know what? You know what? He do be looking for a job, doesn't he?
Like a
There's one that
call-out.
says comedy content creator, pro antagonist. So he likes to be a bitch is the vibe that I'm getting. And I look at him and I say, you know what? He probably does bully some people on the internet once in a while, maybe. Maybe for fun, like as jokes, not like actual bullying, right? And then another one says popular recycled candidate. I don't know.
Popular recycled candidate.
I guess they're just on a bunch of reality shows
That
a
is
lot.
crazy.
Yeah. So they come in, they're all greeting each other. A lot of them kind of know each other already. And now the second group of people,
Sure, they run in the
feel
same
a little bit more
circles.
serious. It feels like every random round of people that they bring in feel like they're escalating in their acting repertoire. Right? One of them has been in the industry for 11 years, another for 6 years in the industry, 10 years in the industry, and they all start gathering inside this studio. This is like the most confusing room. If I walked into this room blindfolded and you didn't tell me a single thing and you told me, Stephanie, I'm gonna give you 500 years worth of Cinnamon Toast Crunch for free, you just have to tell me what's going on here? What kind of show are we filming? Some people are dressed super semi-casual, like they're going to school after, they're going to their college classes after.
Like what you're wearing, like a t-shirt.
Yes.
Okay.
Some people are dressed like they're here for a job interview. They're wearing blazers. They're wearing court fits. That's the vibe, okay? And then some people are just full on decked out traditional Hanfu.
Okay.
And I'm like,
Yes.
what? Some of them have wigs with like hair down to the floor. And like, you cannot pay me. I wouldn't know what's going on in this room. I would never get a year's worth of free cereal. I just wouldn't. I mean, they're all introducing themselves, but also kind of not really, because they kind of know each other. I mean, for example, there's this one guy that's sitting there and all the other contestants are making fun of him because every
A fly got in my room. Ugh. Okay.
single one of his CPs are here. So like, hold on. In China, CP means like,
CP, I think it's just couple, right?
it's like a couple.
Oh,
So
maybe couple pick.
like
I don't
if
know.
you start in I keep interrupting you. I'm
No,
I'm
no.
like talking on top of you. I'm just too excited.
no,
Okay.
no.
So like
She's
there,
talked about
if
this
you
before.
start a movie together and you are the main male lead and the main female lead,
Yeah.
everybody
People love
automatically
you.
ships you. And it's almost
Right.
like you're incentivized to kind of do these
Do
coupley things
another
during the press
project
tour.
together.
Like more so than in America. Like they really lean into it. Everybody knows it's fake, but the fans go crazy and it's really cute. What's kind of awkward, because 3 of his female love interests are here.
That is
Oh my
wild.
God.
It's giving, if all the girls you've ever kissed were in one room and you were blindfolded, how would you find me? How would you find me? How would you find me though?
But it's just you in the room.
Whatever. Then another man enters the stage. This guy, he looks like a Secret Service agent, but not like the good one, like Temu Secret Service. He's wearing a black suit with aviator sunglasses. And you know what this guy reminds me of? You know how there's like a mob boss in every movie? And then you have the mob boss's driver who likes, in the beginning of the movie, they're driving around and they're screaming at someone on the phone and it sounds like they might be the mob boss. But then the minute that the actual mob boss comes into the car, their sunglasses off, back erect, driving very carefully.
Yeah.
But when that mob boss is not around, they act like, no, I'm the one that runs this shit. That's the vibe that he gives me. He's very middle-aged. I don't know what that means. I'm sorry. I don't know why I
Right,
said it
he's
like that.
very
He's
middle-aged.
He's been in
Just
the
say-
industry for 20 years.
Just say he's
and
middle-aged.
the nickname on the show that he gets is Huang Xingyi's husband.
Huang
Okay.
Shengyi's husband?
Yes.
Dang, I think she's big, right?
Yeah. Now, to clarify, just giving you some background on this guy, they are divorced, so it should be ex-husband. But he actually came onto this public radar because they went on a divorce reality show called See You Again.
Bruh.
Yeah.
Look, Chinese, like, there's a divorce reality show. Is that what's
making
coming
shows
next?
out of
Like,
everything.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's what's coming next.
Wait, so they're bringing divorced couple back on? together?
Yes. Okay. So this is when celebrity
I
couples.
guess I'm assuming you don't know this yet, right?
Okay.
I mean, do you know what happened?
Yes, I know what happened as it pertains to this guy, because Tiffany was like, oh my God. She like paused it when he came on the screen and she was like, let me tell you exactly what happened. Oh, everybody was mad at him. Literally all of China hates this guy for like a month straight. And I was like, whoa, okay. So she's explaining that we're on this show called See You Again. And it's supposed to be 3 struggling couples and they have to spend close to 20 days together where they revisit their happiest dates, their happiest memories.
That's
They
crazy.
try to hash out their biggest issues and they
I don't know if she's mentioned this show before or if I've heard somebody else talk about it. That sounds very familiar.
decide at the end whether they want to stay together or call it
concept of it.
quits.
Wait,
So-
why do Americans do these? Like, this is so much drama.
Yeah.
No?
Because it's going to be a whole circus on fire if it's in America. People are much more unhinged over here. It's going to be over before it even starts.
I think it's such a good
That's
idea.
so much drama.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
Netflix, where is ours?
The tension, I can already feel it.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Oh.
Anyways.
And so when he and his wife go on the show, his wife confessed that she's been wanting a divorce for 3 years. And initially everyone thought like, oh, 3 years and you should have just gotten the divorce already. Like people were initially kind of hesitant until 2 seconds in, they see this man's behavior. Throughout 18 days, there was one example, just like one example, where all of them went on this thing where they go horseback riding, because I guess it's like an activity. So they go horseback riding. The very next day, they have to drive for 7 hours straight to get to the next location. The other 2 couples, they're taking turns driving. So like the wife will drive, then the husband will drive, and they go back and forth. But he makes his wife drive the entire 7 hours. By the 5-hour mark, staff members even approach them being like, hey, do you guys want a driver? And before she could respond, he responds and says, if, no need, it's okay, we'll just drive slower. Like if we get
We will just drive slower. I hate when people do that. I call that ish out. It's so fast. Like, oh, there's no we. I would have stepped on the brake so fast, his face would have gone and hit the dash. Like, there's no way.
tired. At the 6-hour mark, she can't take it anymore. They're at a rest stop. She gets out the car to take a break and she asks her husband, okay, it's only like 1 hour left. Do you mind driving? And he says, my whole body aches. Your whole body aches?
That is crazy.
Yeah, from horseback riding yesterday. At this point, everybody's
I
pissed
go
off because
horseback riding
everyone
also?
went horseback riding and she's been
Exactly.
driving for 6 hours. But that's not even the worst part. The worst part is he proceeds to gaslight her after this.
Nah.
Oh yeah, he says, if you're driving, then just drive the whole journey and then you can show off to everyone that you drove the entire time.
What type of show off? What type of thing is that to brag? Oh, I drove the entire way. Damn, queen. You're a driving queen. Damn, we got to get you a cake and celebrate, throw a party for you. That's so outstanding, out of this world skill.
You can say I drove the entire time. You can
That
set a
divorce
record.
was
Oh,
needed.
that is crazy. On national TV?
Yeah, he said, I'm just helping you succeed.
No. Oh, there's no
No,
shame.
yeah.
So, like, do we still hate him on this show?
Yes.
Is
and-
he like acting a fool?
Yes, and we're
Okay.
calling him Mr. Horseback Husband because he doesn't deserve a name. You don't even need to know this motherfucker's name. He is very rich. So
Oh,
don't sue me.
really?
Comes from a very wealthy family in China. And
Well, that would kind of add to it. Of course, not all rich people, but you find quite a bit do act like that. And if he's a bit older, they rarely ever change. Rarely. Some might, but if he was younger, then it might be a bit of a different case.
she is very wealthy, self-made actress, graduated from the Beijing Film Academy. He's just a Nepo baby. And anytime he goes on live stream to sell anything, because
What you
that's
see in
just
him in the
what he
first
decided
place.
he's going to be the CEO of, he just like drags his wife onto the live stream because she's that famous and she just looks absolutely miserable.
Dang.
Yeah.
Okay, that also maybe explains his behavior.
Yeah, because he's a Nepo baby.
Yeah, he's just like so spoiled.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, they also play a clip of him in a movie because he's trying to get into acting. He's got greasy long hair in the movie.
He's
and
a
he's on the
greasy
phone with the
man.
girl of his dreams. And he says dramatically, do you in Chinese, look in English, me in Chinese. So it would be like, do you look me? But like, only look is in English. Like, sir, what
I
in
don't
the Duolingo is that?
Do you look me? What does that mean? Do you look
It's
me?
like
Do you
he's
like
trying
it?
to say, "Do you see me?" in the crowd.
Oh, do
but
you
he
see
says,
me?
"Do you look me?" My brain was having an aneurysm. He just gives me, you know what he reminds me of? He reminds me of the uncle that invests in a lot of stocks. But he keeps losing money in the stocks, okay? But he keeps telling you, giving you advice on how to invest in stocks. And it's just like the generic, like, you gotta buy low. You gotta buy low. He never gives you any specifics. You know that his wife left him because he might have another gambling problem, and he was probably cheating on her, and he's losing all his money in the stock market, but he wants to give you advice, but because you're so non-confrontational, you sit there for 3 hours and you go,
Yeah, no, that's really good advice. I'm gonna write that down. I'll tell my husband about it. I think he'd be interested.
stuff like that. He says, I have a few projects. I've been in a few movies. You know, logically
was that
speaking, I think I
face?
should be an actor. So this time with this show, I think I'm going to come on with the right attitude and present myself as a true actor for the audience. He walks into Mr. Beast, Sea Beast set, okay? And he's the leader of this entire show. Like, he acts like he's a mentor, not a contestant.
Okay.
He just walks in like, hey, everyone. A lot of people see him. They start treating him very respectfully. Not me, Mr. I rode a horse last night, so I'm tired and I'm gonna make my wife drive 7 hours. Not me, bitch. Maybe they haven't seen the show. So they're all very nice to him. Everyone's intrigued by him. He sits down. Everyone's kind of glancing at the side at him, looking at him, staring, paying attention. They all look like they're in a business board meeting, except there's this one goofy goober in the back that's looking at Mr. Horseback Husband. And he's
doesn't
looking
look
with the
impressed.
face like he can smell Mr. Horseback Husband's butt crack from the other side of the room. The production team pulls him aside and asks him, can you introduce yourself? He's alone in front of the camera and he says, I am a stand-up actor. Stand-up comedian. Wait, can we do this again? I always get tongue-tied whenever we start. I'm a stand-up comedian, actor by Kanan.
Okay.
Okay? His
Okay.
career highlight is being on CCTV New Year Gala 4 times.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, that's like,
No, I know, you told me.
okay, so China has this yearly festival, TV festival, like Spring Festival, which is like the Christmas. It's like the biggest holiday. And then there is this New Year television performance by the government, basically. It's hosted by the whole nation. And they will pick like a bunch of performers. And if you make it on there, basically you got the stamp of approval from the country and you can basically do whatever, not whatever. Like this
You
is
can
like the,
basically do nothing.
yeah, it's like the highest honor.
Yeah.
So what does he do? Like he's a singer,
He's a
a dancer.
stand-up comedian and actor.
What?
Yeah.
What?
And I know this because every time we go over to his parents' house for Chinese New Year, we eat Chinese New Year dinner, and then that's playing on the TV. And like the first time I went, why are we watching this? And he said,
Don't say that loudly.
don't say that loudly.
No, that's not true.
No, just kidding.
You're gonna get a lecture. I don't know. I get what he's saying. I feel like there's some similar programs such as that, but I don't know, when he was describing it, all that kept playing in my head was that scene of Friends. It was like a New Year's thing, and Ross and Monica were trying to get in front of the camera to like show a childhood dance that they did. That's what
But
was playing
honestly,
in my
though,
head.
the show's getting kind of boring, and
Yeah.
everyone's complaining about it. Like, can we? Yeah. Anyways.
And then it's like a whole production. He was like, I think they probably start on this like before the last one aired.
Oh yeah.
He's been on there 4 times. This is a big deal. Then they start bringing in some other contestants to kind of zhuzh it up, because why does everybody need to know each other? They need different dynamics. One guy, he is introduced as the rising star within the uncle celebrities
Rising start?
category. And Tiffany's explaining it as, you're not hot and young enough to be the love interest, but you're not old and like, you don't have the energy of a dad.
You're in the
You
middle,
have the
gray
energy
area.
of a goofy uncle that never got married, is still a bachelor, and like maybe some people will find him attractive.
Yeah.
That's the vibe. And so all of them are just walking in, and I'm just gonna give you like the few notable people that you have to remember. There is one person, the
gonna
minute that he
remember, but
walks in,
okay.
everyone in the room, the energy changes, and I couldn't tell if it's good or bad. They are introduced and given the title of comedy meme blogger. He walks in full white hanfu,
God.
full white hair,
His mask?
down almost to the
Oh my
ground.
god. I think I've seen this clip.
Yes, and when he walks, it's like almost to the
Oh my
ground.
god. I think I've.
Is that the lace, sir? Okay.
seeing this clip.
Yes, and when
Fine.
he walks, it's like you know how when they make them fly in like the lower budget movies where their like bodies are like this and then they're just like flying as they're standing in the
Because
air.
they're just like moving the background, the screen. It's a green
Stop.
screen.
Wait, no, you're lying.
No, they're not doing anything. They're just standing there. They put a green screen behind them, and they're just like the green screen is moving.
Wait, you're lying. You're lying. I
What do
didn't
you
even
mean?
think that. I
You
thought
think
Why are
they
you
they're flying?
surprised by that?
No, I didn't think they were flying, but
Girl.
I thought it would be more than that.
No, that's why it looks so
No.
awkward because they're just standing there with a fan blowing
can't
wind
tell.
to their hair, and
I
then
think
the
it's so
background is like moving.
obvious.
Oh my God, he looks like that when he walks in. This is the exact thing. He looks like he walked out of a romantasy book from the TikTok famous section in Barnes & Noble. That's what he looks like. He has been famous for a while though, I've been told. He used to post selfies back in the day and he's got like these really big doll eyes and
Oh
a
my
really, really high nose
God.
bridge.
Yes.
And his chin is really sharp that it could probably slice a loaf of bread. And for the longest time, he refused. He said, I never got plastic surgery. Absolutely not. Until he goes on this little talk show and the interviewer asks him, have you had plastic surgery? He says, no. And then after hearing that answer, the interviewer is over this guy. He's like, no, I know you did. I'm gonna get up because I'm not gonna entertain your bullshit. So he gets up, he grabs him. We're gonna call him Mr. Snake Man because that's his nickname, Tiffany said. He grabs the interviewer,
The
Mr. Snake Man.
is the sharp chin dude. Yeah,
Yes.
okay.
So Snake Man grabs the interviewer and says, okay, fine, I've had plastic surgery. He snaps around. Where? Just my double eyelids. And he's looking at him like, you're fucking lying. And he said,
Listen, you can just tell just by looking at people. They just have some unrealistic characteristics, facial traits. Like you can just tell. I'm trying to go back and see a picture of him. Some people just naturally have that also, but you can just tell majority of the time just looking at a person like, no, bro, you were not born like that. You've had work. I get why some people might want to feel like they were born that way, but what's the shame of it? Okay, you got plastic surgery. Okay, good for you. So why are you lying and hiding it? Back, I don't know where I left
grabs
off
the
here.
interviewer and says, okay, fine, I've had plastic surgery. He snaps
Oh,
around. Where?
right.
Just my double eyelids. And he's looking at him like, you're fucking lying. And he says, fine. Double eyelid surgery, brow lift, rhinoplasty, eyebrow augmentation, forehead augmentation, facelift, wrinkle remover, face plumping, Brazilian butt lift, and a boob job.
Brazilian. Oh, she's joking. I thought she was legit. I was like, damn, you got a BBL and a boob job. That is crazy. Trying to turn into a whole different person. Like, I think I was saying when I paused yesterday, I know there's some stigmatism, like some judgment from the public about people who get plastic surgery. Like, why don't you just stay natural? Blah, blah, blah. Like, shut the hell up, okay? This is my face, my body. If I want to change something about it and I can afford it, then do it. Do it without feeling bad, without any judgment, without any regrets, okay? It's you. But don't lie about it, especially if it's so obvious.
Wait.
And the interviewer turns around and says, a boob job? It was free.
Wait, are you
I
guys
guess
serious?
it was like buy 10, get one free with his surgeries.
What is going on?
Yeah. So they all know him because he's so famous.
He
And one
actually
guy
got
is
a
trying to
boob job in
whisper to another
BBL?
female
He's an
contestant.
influencer, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's like a meme blogger. Like he posts memes. He is a meme. He's actually literally the meme. He only posts memes of himself. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. But he's known as a meme blogger. Like
Okay.
a
I
want to see this
comedic
guy.
Okay.
influencer.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so one guy is looking at the female contestant next to him, and they're all looking at the meme blogger, Mr. Snake Man, and he says, he looks nothing like his, his pictures online. To which the woman just snaps, do you look the same in your videos? And then the guy literally sits down on his chair, very rejected. I don't even think he was trying to be rude. He seemed like he was being very genuinely shocked because he was like, are we sure that this is him? Are we sure? I think we need a photo lineup. And she was just like, do you look the same? And he said, oh. And he just sits down. Okay, and that is actually the nicest thing someone says about Mr. Snake Man. Everybody else is insulted.
no.
One of the other actors sits in front of the producer camera. I don't recall him ever being an actor. Another one says, it doesn't really make sense for him to be here. I just don't know why he's here. Mr. Snake says, Listen, I don't come from this industry, but I want to try hard and see if I can walk the path of an actor. I also want to enhance my work experience in this area, you know? Something like that. What does that even mean? What does something like that mean? And there's just so many weird moments. Okay, so once all the actors are in the room, one of the girls turns around to another actress and she's like so bubbly throughout this. And she says, your hair looks so good in this color. And the actress that she's saying this to, she's got like a stone cold face. She's stoic. She gives me the type that would play like a female special agent in a crime thriller. And she looks at her and says, thanks. Your makeup looks good too. Thanks. It's like very rock and roll. Thanks. And so later the producers pull her to the side and she's saying, it felt really weird. I don't know them that well, so I don't know if they're just talking for the sake of talking or if they're doing it for the reality show effect. Everybody just seemed really high. The producer tells her, you don't think it's just basic etiquette? If it weren't for this reality show, I've been to places with lots of actors. Nobody does this. And I was like, oh my gosh, T.
Do we like this person? Is she like really blunt or?
So blunt.
Okay.
She was given tea. So they all get settled down and then in walk two women. These are the first teachers. These are not the mentors. They're just going to prerequisite kind of test the 45 contestants before we get to the city. So they walk to the front. Hello, everyone. Welcome. This show is exclusively brought to you by Meituan Medical Aesthetics.
Okay, of course.
And this season, we have a group of 45 actors gathered here, and we will face a brand new challenge. Among you, there are many of you who are backups in this industry. There are also many people who used to be the first choice in this industry. There are newcomers who are also gearing up, eager to try. In the coming days, you will be tested both as performers and as people, and experience some transformations to becoming the actor, moving towards the industry's first choice. So before this test, we have a few serious questions, and we hope that everyone will be honest. In the film and television market, audiences are actually more willing to pay for high quality work and a good story. In the film and television industry, we have also entered the era where content is king. Under such a trend, actors must simultaneously develop their market value, aka be famous, acting skills, and professionalism. The first question is common. It will test your honesty. I want to ask all 45 of you here, which of you have undergone plastic surgery?
Oh my God.
Damn.
For me, I won't really use actors who have gone through plastic surgery. First, it's because it has been proven that the audience's sense of immersion will be a lot less. It'll be weaker. Secondly, regarding role compatibility, we risk viewer engagement. But the most important part of this question is honesty.
Dang.
And so all 45 of them are sitting there and I'm looking at them.
And
they're looking at me, and in between their eyes, they all have suspiciously high nose bridges and some big old double eyelash. And I said, but you know what? You look good, so it doesn't even matter, does it? Like, what's the stigma about plastic surgery? Who cares?
I'm saying,
the only person that gets up,
Snake Man?
Snake Man.
so
And he whips
this one was
his
Snake
blonde
Man.
wig
Okay.
and he walks to the back. And now there's 44 contestants remained seated. And they're all rubbing their hands back and forth, looking side to side.
I mean, suddenly it's just so scary, isn't it?
Yes, it is scary because your nose bridge is suspiciously high, sir. So it is a little scary for you, isn't it? But that's okay. I'm just saying, I don't think most of these people will pass the plastic cling wrap test. Do you know what I'm talking about? Which,
Like-
like, that was a crazy time.
test?
So what is it like?
Okay, so I don't know why it's like a weird thing for East Asian celebrities to get plastic surgery. Like, I think it's pretty clear a lot of them get plastic surgery, and I don't know why it's a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. It's fine.
not a
It's
bad
normal.
thing.
I think we should talk about it. And
As long as you do it for yourself and not because of the pressure of toxic beauty standards.
it should be open. However, back then in Korea, they would have these reality shows where they would get plastic cling wrap, like, you know, the thing from Costco that you put over leftovers, and they would press it onto a celebrity's face. And if you can poke your head through it, that means you've never had plastic surgery.
What?
If you can poke your head through it through the saran wrap, so like, what?
Meaning like you've never had your nose done.
Oh.
That was like back when like a nose job was really scandalous, I guess. The teachers eventually get really annoyed because nobody else is standing up. Only one actor stood up bravely. Do you want us to call you out? From what I see through my naked eye, third row, fourth person. It's like an older female actress sitting there. Me? Yes. Wait, what's wrong, teacher? Have you not had plastic surgery? No.
Yo, this is kind of crazy.
Yeah, it did look like she had plastic surgery, but also, like, why would you call her out like that? That was crazy.
Yeah.
Why would you single her out like that when it's clear a lot of them had plastic surgery? But I digress. The other teacher is telling them this was a test of honesty. I actually have 89 stitches on my face because I got hurt a lot. So I've had tons of different plastic surgeries, cosmetic surgeries. You see, my whole lip was busted open, and the whole thing was, I mean, I was hit by hard objects. I've also had a lot. So yeah, I've had a lot of cosmetic surgery. Do you think that there's a problem with cosmetic surgery? If you need it, it's okay. It doesn't matter if you're brave enough to say you've had it. But still, nobody goes up. Instead, one guy leans over and says, hey, he's talking to another contestant. I've injected some things before, but I got it dissolved. And she's a cutie. She says, then it doesn't count. And so they stay seated. And so the teachers just move on. They keep asking a bunch of questions until finally all of them make it to the back. And it's supposed to be this like heartfelt moment of, it doesn't matter. Like, this is the life of an actor. And now you guys are going to go to Performance City and put on the show of a lifetime. Oh, before they put on the show, I'm actually going to be deceased because the actors are already...
You're gonna be deceased?
Yeah, the actors are already acting. So there's 3 actresses standing next to each other, and one of them mentions that, oh,
Of course they're acting. You saw them acting as if they didn't get any plastic surgery. The acting was on the moment they walked through the door.
Got the first question instead of asking whether or not everyone had plastic surgery. Imagine if they had asked if any of us had like medical procedures done. You know, filler, Botox, lasers, youth treatment, microneedling, everyone would have stood up. The second actress said, after I came to the set, I saw that Meituan Medical Aesthetics was sponsoring the show, so I was curious and I looked it up and look, they have a whole channel dedicated to videos. The other 2 actresses lean into her phone that they absolutely don't let contestants have on set. What is going on?
Meituan actually has an exclusive medical beauty channel, you see.
Oh my
and you see a lot of the reviews
Stop,
here.
not the beauty
you can see a lot of them.
filter.
These are all real users with real transaction records. You can see how detailed it is and how you can even talk to an expert one-on-one for a consultation. I'm thinking that I'm gonna try it soon.
And the 2 girls next to her go, yes, and medical aesthetics
Wow.
must be done professionally.
Are you saying like this is like smoothly
What an
like,
ad placement.
embedded?
It was
you
like-
didn't even realize?
It was the most unsmooth thing that I've ever witnessed in my life. Like, most unsmooth thing. It was like,
Okay.
it was just so, it took me out of the moment and I felt like I was in a 5th dimension.
Kind of like your cinnamon toast crunch.
No, literally.
Who naturally goes into that direction and has that type of conversation?
No, literally. And so the girl next to her goes, yes, and if it's not done professionally, it could be very dangerous. Actually, I think I need to get a hydrofacial soon. I think that they're giving like a discount for hydrofacials. Oh, yes, sister, we can both go try it when we get back. I also have to try using it.
So they try to make it seem like this is part of the show.
Yeah.
Like they didn't even say, oh, here's an ad. They just
No.
but then it would.
Yeah.
But was it cute
No
or?
regular person is gonna
cute,
talk like
but
that.
in like a, but it like, okay, I think the reason it broke the 5th wall is because it's on an acting show. And I was like, wait, but should I be rating their acting? If it was not an acting show,
Yeah,
like if
yeah,
it was
yeah.
Love Island China,
Yeah.
which I'm just saying that's a good idea. Love Island China, I would have been like, okay, that was really cute.
I know Love Island is so popular. It's so popular. I see so many people talking about it in all my social media platforms, like whether it be Love Island. I know they have Love Island in the US. I know they have Love Island, like she said, in China and many other places. So I really want to get into it. I don't know where to start though.
Cute. But because it was an acting show, suddenly I was part of the Academy Awards. I said,
Let me sit here and think about this. First of all, I don't know if that line was delivered with enough passion. I don't actually think that you're going to get a hydrofacial after this, are
Now
you?
let's cue the cinnamon toast crunch.
Who am I to be judging from the depths of this trash can, okay? And then the contestants are all taken away, whisked away to Performance City. They're all in their puffer jackets. It's winter. They enter this warehouse and it looks like the Saw movie. It's dark. The lights are off. They're just walking in with no fear. And I'm like, clearly none of them have ever acted in a horror movie. And then slowly things start coming together. They walk in. It is a giant, older Chinese city inside this warehouse. It's like the place in Korea where all the cool cafes are, where it's more traditional, with the alleyways, the cobblestone pavement.
Yeah,
it looks like that, right? I mean, I've never been to China, so I can't give you the Chinese, comparison. So just to give you an idea in your mind. Now the lights start dramatically turning on one by one. It's kind of Sherlock Holmesy. The lighting is dim. There's telephone booths. There's alleyways, hole-in-the-wall restaurants, fake trees with missing Cinnamon Toast Crunch flyers, bird cages. One contestant says, "This looks like an escape room." And standing right in front of them, you can't even see him because he's dressed head to toe in camo, is Mentor Wu. He's got his hands in his pockets. He's got his black aviator sunglasses on. He looks like your cousin when you owe your cousin money. And you're like, I gotta leave the family function. Okay, Mentor Wu, everyone instantly recognizes him because he's that famous. And he just doesn't even entertain the contestants. He gets right to it. I'm sure you've all heard about the saying, the critical 7-minute window. Make or break in the first 3 episodes, right? You get 7 minutes to capture your audience. As an actor, you might only have a few seconds to let the audiences see you. If you don't seize this opportunity, you lose the audience that could have been yours. The contestants look dead serious, gravely serious. He continues, within a limited time of 20 minutes, you need to familiarize yourself with the scene you are currently in. So they have 20 minutes to walk through this city. Our set provides lots of areas where you can perform. After you pick the area you will perform, put a number card down so no one else can take your area. Put a numbered card down. Then you can get into character. So they've got 20 minutes to grab a number card, find the perfect setting, put their number card down, then go to the dressing room, change into one of the available costumes and, set designs. They've got accessories, they've got makeup, and then go and start acting out your scene. This is basically improv in real life. This is how it's going to play.
It's like Dress to Impress.
It is improv. I was going to ask, do they get like a script for what they have to act out in that area? But I forgot. It's all about improv. Okay.
So then they go and then they're acting out their scene. There's 4 mentors and they split up in 2 and 2. And they're just gonna walk around and just get immersed and watch the actors in real time. But you never know when they're coming to see you. So I don't know what that means.
So basically it's 45 people all role playing at the same time in this big quote city.
Yes.
Pretending to be someone else, and you just walk around and interact with them.
Yeah. It's a lot. And so one actress, I mean, she's like running.
It's not unheard of though, right? Didn't they have like what is it? It's just like a show that they put on. I'm pretty sure it was in New York. I don't know what the show was called. I know it was pretty popular, but it had some mixed reviews between people who actually attended. I think Stephanie attended one time in like a vlog or something. In New York, there's just a bunch of actors in like different floors, and then you have to like run and chase them and like just see them act because they're just going to be acting around, moving around. You have to like find the actor. This is like very interesting because they're like acting continuously, not bothered by a bunch of people standing like a couple feet away from them. They're just going on their storyline.
Around, they're all putting like seeing, okay, do I want to be a food stall owner? Like, what do I want to do? Do I just want to like, some people are saying, hey, you and me, we're going to work together. We're a couple and we're going to break up in the middle of this. Lots of breakups happening. Okay. And then they go into the dressing room and they're like, some of them are dressing in modern clothing. Some of them are dressing in like super old timey clothing. Some of them are staying in their hanfus. Like, it's a lot. And they only get a few seconds. Like, the mentors could just walk away. There's some people who don't like how clean the clothes are, so they're like rubbing their entire bodies on the dirty floor of the warehouse to try and get their like dirt on the clothes. I mean, stand by on set. This is like a giant intercom. 3, 2, 1, action! And everybody like runs to their scene and they start. The first 2 mentors walk in. All right, Isabel, the French actress, and mentor Chen, the very serious uncle. They walk in together and Isabel says, I am waiting to receive a wonderful surprise. An unknown talent is always a surprise, and for us to identify that is electrifying. I'm looking forward to it all. Chen says, you can already imagine in a place like this, nothing will be quiet, where you can concentrate on performing. So I want to see who's the most locked in, who's the most concentrated.
Is this going to be a
The
circus?
first person they come across to the left is this food stall selling vegetables. And they've got like baskets, woven baskets of veggies laid out. And then on the other side, they've got these woven baskets of pumpkin seeds. And there's a woman wearing bright red, like she looks like the food market ajumma. And she's holding a little baby in her arms. And she's just
Not a real
cradling.
baby.
No. Okay. And then you can hear her
Where would
husband
they
in the
get the
back of
baby
the food
from?
stall. And Chen is translating for Isabel. Okay, so this is number 30. Celebrity uncle walks in. He's the husband.
Oh, the horseback uncle?
No. This is celebrity uncle. He's the uncle category, rising star in the uncle category.
Oops, sorry.
Yeah, and he doesn't really look like he'd be the husband of a food stall owner. So it was kind of throwing me off.
So they collabed on this idea.
Yeah, I felt like he looked like the owner of one of those really cute new cafes where they combine like a croissant with a capybara, and then they also combine that with like a French toast.
He looked too
Modern.
polished.
He got that
Yeah.
iPhone face.
iPhone face.
Yeah, he got that iPhone face, right?
Cafes are getting
and
so
so
creative.
he walks out, and then the woman is like, "This is teacher Chen. Isn't this Principal Chen?" So they're like interacting with the mentors. They're trying to pull out a chair for mentor Chen to sit on, but he's not having it. He just puts his hand up and stops them. In this short time, you guys need to give me something a little more.
Damn.
Principal Chen, let me introduce you.
Failed
This is our second
instantly.
Chen. Don't call me Principal Chen. Just pretend we don't exist. Celebrity uncle is freaking out. He's telling the producers later, I very quickly got very nervous. The wife is sitting there. She looks like she recently gave birth. Celebrity uncle is hovering over her baby. Our second child is so lucky. Thank God he looks like you. Then he walks over to the pumpkin seeds. Hey, don't eat too many sunflower seeds, honey. You need to replenish your, blood supply for our third child in the belly right
bored.
there. Mentor Chen firmly says, stop. Later, he tells the producers, acting. They're just doing this to act. Like, you play the wife, I play the husband, then we set up a stall here. There's nothing more than that, no depth.
Isn't that
Damn.
pretty much what they're
Damn.
doing, though? I get
Behind
what
the
he's
mentors,
saying,
there's
though.
another couple.
Okay,
Yeah.
how was the acting, objectively speaking?
0 out of 10.
0 out of 10?
No, I'm just kidding. Who am I, okay? But it was not good.
It was not good, okay.
I think, like, they really got
I mean, to catch their professional actors' attention, even just not me watching it, just Stephanie generally reciting what they were doing. I was like, nah, next.
thrown off that they could not interact with them.
And
they just, like, weren't ready.
compared to like my acting.
They had
Your
a good idea,
acting?
Like better
though.
than me. So they're like kind of pro, not like complete.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, it's not like us when we try to do like a British accent. No, it's not.
Okay.
No, but I will say there was no depth in it. It
I wish
did
I could
feel
fake an
like
accent.
I don't know because I'm just a consumer, right? But like when you see
Course.
actors, sometimes some of their characters have a lot of depth.
Yeah.
This felt very playing house,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Am I an Oscar-winning actress all of a sudden? Who am I to judge? They're all great. Now, behind the mentors, there's
You can say that comfortably as a member of the audience. This is what their goal is, and clearly they did not get the attention of the audience, so they failed.
another
They
couple,
flopped.
a younger couple, and they're dressed kind of like retro, like high schoolers from the 90s. The guy is holding a piece of paper. The girl is trying to snatch it from him. Why are you like this? I just want to see. Don't look. He sits down and he opens it up. It's a love letter. I just wrote it for fun. You just wrote a love letter for fun? And it has my name on it.
They don't
I
legitimately
was
kiss
practicing
to seal it.
calligraphy. Our Chinese teacher told us to write everyone's names. But my name's not even in the book.
It's a little corny, huh?
Mentor Chen pans to the camera. And like the worst part is, as they're acting, the editors put in like the appropriate music, right? And then the music cuts, and Mentor Chen cuts. They don't know how to act. Logically speaking, when it comes to confessing, it's at least something that's going to be very tense and it's going to make you nervous because you don't know if the other party is going to accept you or not. But these two are acting like a joke.
Yeah.
Mentor Chen tells this all to their faces as well, and they nod and they say thank you. And then they walk to the side dejected. So the judges, they can only pick 5 number cards each.
So 20 total.
Yes. Now,
What I'm looking for if I was a judge and as a member of the audience, I want legitimate tears falling. I want them to feel and act out as if this is like their real life. I want tears falling. If they're going to make a love story, I want those 2 actors to legitimately kiss, not like, you know, just lips pressed against each other, no movement, no feeling. Bro, make us believe it. Like I said, I didn't see the clip that she's talking about, but just hearing her generally describe it, I feel like it's vast majority of love shows, love K-dramas, love movies. These actors are not making me believe that they are having a moment.
eliminating half of them.
yeah.
Yeah.
Now, in walks a police officer. He walks straight up to Mentor Chen. Uncle Gu, I'm Xiao Hai's comrade in arms. When we were on the mission, he fought with some gangsters and was seriously injured. He just starts crying, and the tears are flowing.
Hey,
he was
yes.
taken to the hospital, but he didn't make it. And he reaches out, I'm so sorry. Mentor Chen looks disgusted, stares into the camera. Acting! Acting! My son sacrificed himself. What cruel news would this be? Sorry, even if I thought that was a good actor, I took 2 steps away. He was not hesitant to speak. You should be hesitant. You should be stepping away from me, not sure how to say this, not sure how to tell me. Yes, you have tears on your eyes, but you say it so lightly because what? You should be scared of hurting the father. The purpose of performance is not to demonstrate that you can cry on command. Tears don't necessarily give good results anyway.
See, this dude knows knows what
And
he's
then
talking
the
about.
police
I
officer
agree.
just continues yapping some more while Mentor Chen is literally just taking notes on his clipboard and looking at him, at his face. Like, sir, like you were about to get a ticket for bad acting. You're disturbing the peace. You did not iron your uniform. Then the 2 mentors walk up.
Where's the tears, bro? Where's the
You're
tears?
disturbing the peace. You did not
No, I need trash. I take it back.
iron your uniform. Then the 2 mentors walk up to another woman who's having a mental breakdown. And she's in traditional wear and she's in front of like these palace-looking doors. All my great youth is buried behind this red wall. And she walks up and slams her hands on the red palace doors and she looks straight at Isabel.
Trash.
And she's laughing and crying. You know the taste of the cold palace? They threw me out of the cold palace. I just want to tell you to stay away from this cannibalistic place. Mentor Chen and Isabel are not having it. Mentor Chen says, fake acting.
Acting.
I realize that our young actors these days all have a soft spot for playing crazy people. All of them are going crazy all the time. But in reality, they act very sober, very organized.
What role would I play if I were to just be in this improv state? I don't even know, honestly. Because I would have way too many ideas circulating through my head in such a short amount of time that I wouldn't be able to just pick one. But bro, if like I said, if you're gonna play a sad scene, I want your face to be like red. I want tears streaming down your face. I want little water droplets on your shirt. If you're gonna be in a love story, I want you to sell that love story and make us actually believe that you're in love. If you're in a fight scene, I want you to be screaming, your face red, and there's like veins popping out of your neck because you're that like angry. You know what I mean? It has to be like so dramatic and real. Because the way somebody's describing it and the little clips that we see and the images, I'm just like, no. I totally get what this professional actor is saying. Like, no.
Their sufferings, their humiliations
Acting.
in the cold palace, all of it is delivered clearly, which shows me you are not crazy.
You are
Acting. Cut to the lady screaming and crying, it's all gone! And they're just staring at her like, the mentors turn around and there's a young boy maybe high school. I mean, he's definitely giving acting high school, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hollywood high school. You're 29 playing a high school student. That's what it's giving. He walks up to the mentors in a tracksuit. Why did you get rid of my dog? Mentor Chen writes in his clipboard. The guy screams at him, speak! Mentor Chen glares up. Isabella is just blinking and staring. I will never be coming back home ever again. And he starts running away. And like at this point, honestly, it wasn't the worst thing I've seen. Right now, tell me why this motherfucker then decides to go run past all the other actors that are just staring at him, and they watch him. He finds the veggie food stall from the very first couple, right? And he puts his head into the veggie basket. It's just a bunch of like
What?
I don't know what he's doing.
Is he embarrassed?
It's like crown daisies, and then his head is just like in the basket. The other actors that got ripped into being bad actors, honestly, Uncle Celebrity, he ate it up. He walks up and he's holding his baby in his arms. What did our vegetables ever do to this kid? I mean, if you need anything, we can just tell the police officer there. It's fine, but you can't ruin our vegetables. What are we gonna sell for the rest of the day?
So he's still acting.
Yeah, and honestly, this was probably the best acting I've seen from him.
Like, is the mentor watching or no?
No.
Oh, okay.
They moved
Mentor
on.
Chen is not sympathetic. He says, I think it was not the worst. I mean, I guess if it happens in real life, your parents get rid of your dog. I mean, you would probably go crazy. But the craziness is too much. Performing is not about brute force. It's about acting in depth and, having your soul show. The body barely whispers. They're all working too hard to act. I get it, because first, they're young, they're lacking experience. Secondly, they will tell themselves, if I don't act, if I don't try, then will I be outshined by others? So this actually damages their performances instead. I barely see anyone quietly performing here. So far, they have chosen no candidates. And then in come Mentor Wu and Mentor Zhang. They look so cool.
Hard, but not too
And right
hard,
when they walk in, they
it's
hear
try
a voice.
hard.
And there's a table set up next to them. And it's a blind clairvoyant. All encounters are reunions after a long absence. You two, since we were destined to meet again, why not do a fortune telling? The mentors stop.
I've seen this clip. It's classic.
Mentor Zhang looks at him,
Sold.
cocks your head, and says, excuse me, how did you know there were two of us? Mentor Z later says, blind people primarily rely on hearing to perceive the world. His handling of key performance details was practically zero. His character setting was inaccurate. Nothing of this was real.
So you're Daredevil now.
So he couldn't even answer how he knew there was two of them.
Yeah, because this person, actor or whatever, is trying to play a blind, clairvoyant.
Yes.
But then he's like, hey, hello, you two.
Yes.
And then they were like, how do you even know there's two of us?
Exactly.
And then they got quiet.
Yeah, they got quiet and they were just like, let me tell you your future. And then she was like, you don't even know your character. This is very upsetting. And then he dramatically holds out his hand. I suspect your threshold is high, but no pretty souls dare to cross. Mentor Wu and Mentor Zhang look at him silently and then walk away. They don't even say anything. They just walk away. The actor tells the producers, in that moment, my heart was broken. Like, doom. They walk away and they walk almost straight into a woman wearing all black and laying on the floor. Kiki, the idol. And she's very beautiful.
What is that tied around her?
And she tells the producers, because I don't really have the skills to do an improv screenplay, I thought that since my physique is stronger, I'd play a stray cat. So she starts meowing, and honestly, she ate it up. Skills to do an improv screenplay. I thought that since my physique is
a tail.
Kiki.
Oh my god. She even has the socks with the little pads on. Bro.
The idol. And she's very beautiful. And she tells the producers, because I don't really have the skills to do an improv screenplay, I thought that since my physique is stronger, I'd play a stray cat. So she starts meowing, and honestly, she ate it up.
No, I can't. That type of acting makes me so uncomfortable. I don't know what it is exactly. It's just a little off-putting. Like, do you guys know, was it a movie or was it a play? I think it was a play that turned into a movie, and I think it was just called Cats. The movie where they all were like made to be like these ginormous human-sized cats.
Dirty hoe.
That is so visually disturbing.
Like,
It kind of
because-
reminds me of
first of all,
that.
here's why I think she ate it up.
She ate it up.
The fact that she did not break character, not even one time, and she's purring, meowing, and like crawling towards the
like
mentors.
all fours.
Yes, and
Hey, oh my
she's
god.
rolling
way.
around on the warehouse floor. See, like other people are
Girl.
pretending to be humans. It's
Get
easier.
up.
She does not break character being a cat.
Listen, I would get an Oscar if that's the case, because I can also act like a dog on all fours, barking and howling for my biases whenever I see them on screen. So where's my Oscar if that's the case? Listen, good for her for not breaking character and actually, getting physical with it, but no.
Like, you know what?
No for me.
That,
No for me,
for
baby.
that, you get an Academy Award.
And what did they think? The mentors.
They were genuinely puzzled. So Mentor Wu has like 50 different facial expressions that he recycles through.
probably weren't
He like
expecting
lets the
that.
actors know that he thinks that they're absolutely bad insane. This is his face half the time.
That's so accurate though.
Yeah, it's very dramatic facial
I've never
expressions.
seen your face look like this before.
I'm just telling you what his face looks
You
like.
did look like that little girl's mean, even though it's girl. That's exactly like that girl's mean. Damn.
That's what Mentor Wu
That's
was
crazy.
doing. And they look genuinely puzzled. And Mentor's
I can see the accuracy of the title. The audience feels bad for the
saying
judges.
is literally about to. Oh, there was one time where suddenly the cat starts crying. Kiki starts crying. No, she's so in character. I'm gonna give it to her. The cat starts crying. But
Better not be
she's so-
human
the
cries.
tears are in her eyes, but they won't fall out, right? And so you just see her get the strongest blink.
Oh my
And
god.
later she's like, yeah, I regretted that. Okay, but they're about to lean down and pet her when all of a sudden
Oh,
behind them,
no,
they hear,
no, is that not uncomfortable and visually disturbing for you guys? He's still doing the face.
but they're about to lean
Ew.
down and pet her when all
No offense to those who have a kink for this, but like, it's just so uncomfortable
of a
to
sudden
see.
behind them, they hear screaming and they whip around, they abandon the cat. Still a stray
Uninterested.
cat at this point. They don't take the cat home. They don't take the cat to a cat shelter. Let me explain. Why won't you let me explain? What do you want to explain? Like explain that you hugged her? What about you?
I'm
When you
bored.
were with him, have you ever thought about how I felt? Don't you know my relationship with him? How many times do I have to explain? Why can't we just trust each other more? The mentors, they walk away. And later Mentor Wu says, not impressed.
Acting.
Neither.
Acting. Same old playbook. The couple walk back into the dressing room and they're freaking out. The actress is like, I'm completely not in my zone. I think the teacher felt speechless about me. And the actor's comforting her like, I don't think so. No, I think so. I think he stopped watching because of me. One contestant says, the difficult part of this street assessment is that it's just very limited time. So you have to choose your props, your costume, where you're going to perform. On top of that, your plot has to be reasonable. You have to do your best to attract the mentor to stay and watch you. I mean, come on. Like, it's so many candidates barely even get a second glance. There's a woman sitting on a table reading a letter. And it's like an emotional love letter. Mentors don't give a f, they walk away. Okay? But in that moment, a producer walks straight up to the mentors and whispers, like, because he's wearing a face mask, teachers, there's an actor who was hit by a prop, got injured, so I would stay away from this side. He's dealing with it right now. We're just going to leave him alone and see if he needs any medical attention, so just go that way first. Okay? Thank
This
you.
acting?
What?
And
or is this
so the
legit?
mentors are like, oh, shit, and they start walking the other way.
Uh-huh.
This is not a producer. This is a contestant.
Oh, so it was acting.
He says, my first reaction
Hey,
was,
they
why don't I
sold
act as a
it.
producer, like a staff member? I mean, besides the actors, the largest group on set was the PD crew. If I don't say anything,
yeah.
no one will know who I am.
Wait. So did they figure it out?
The problem is,
Yeah.
he acted so well,
Uh-huh.
the mentors did not know, so they did not take his number card. Because they genuinely thought he was a producer. It was so convincing. It was the
good.
most convincing
funny.
that I've ever seen in my life.
See, that's what we call when you're being too smart, you mess yourself up.
Yes. Yes. Yes, that's exactly what happened. So the mentors, they just walk the other way listening to this producer, and they
He's
walk
like,
straight towards
wait,
a
come
telephone
back.
booth where the general of an army walks out, and he's got like the cape on, like an olden army, and he looks like he fucking time traveled out of that telephone booth, and he's talking directly to Mentor Zhang. Are you surprised to see me? Meanwhile, Mentor Wu goes, and then starts backing away.
Sir.
Okay? Why are you with him? He's asking Mentor Zhang. The mentors are intrigued now. Mentor Zhang scratches the back of her head. And then Mentor Wu comes up and says, hey, as long as you know, don't ask why. And like, he's pretty good at acting. It was very
They start acting too?
yeah,
So he's in the character, Mentor Wu
yeah,
and Zhang.
yeah. And then now, the guy is saying, you got close to me, made me fall in love with you. And the mentors look at each other a little and giggle. Everything you told me, it was all to get revenge on my father, right? The mentors crinkle their eyebrows, like a cringe laugh, okay? And I mean, you know he's my enemy. He takes off his cape and he gets into Mentor Zhang's face, and she's staring down at him. She's not even face, she's literally looking at him like she's laughing at his face. This is so goofy. Mentor Wu is rapidly blinking. Mentor Zhang finally says, can you say a few words to me from your heart?
Ooh.
Okay. I don't have many people I can trust. And then he drops to his knees dramatically. Like, you know those K-dramas when
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah.
the girl is leaving the man for the last time, and then he just like drops to his knees, and it's like very, you know. And Mentor Zhang tries to stop him, and she giggles, and she's staring at Mentor Wu like, you gotta fucking help me. And then he's like, I only had you. And she gives him an awkward pat, pat, pat on the shoulder.
Thank you.
Ouch.
And then walks away.
And then they walk away. And she tells the producers later, you know, it's really eye-opening. Why does everyone want to be a CEO like this?
Wait, what?
Because a lot of netizens were also commenting the same thing of like, bye, this is like one of those Darman shorts that you see. Like, you know what I mean?
Oh my
It's like one of the
God.
lines are giving, like, because on Douyin, they have short skits.
Yes.
Where honestly, the actors could be good, but because of the platform, it's so short, you have to act in like very specific ways. Like
Yeah.
nothing is nuanced, nothing
Yeah.
takes time to build.
Have you guys seen those? It's like a YouTube channel, those Darman skits. They are the most unhinged, chaotic, weird, bizarre skits you would ever see. The script sometimes is so off the walls that it's like I want to click off because this is absolutely ridiculous, but at the same time I'm just like I'm still watching because just how ridiculous it is. That actor, he had me in some parts, but then in some other things that he said, I was like, this is too corny. And it just takes me out of the script.
Yeah.
And you say lines that nobody would ever say in real life.
Yeah.
And so people are like, bye.
Yeah.
This is a short
It's
skit.
corny.
People are saying, am I scrolling on Douyin? Oh my God. Another person says, help, this is elder abuse. Okay. Then when they're outside another area of the stage, they see a guy on the phone. It's like one of those old school phones, landline, looks older. It's probably connected to the core of the earth or something like that. It's probably connected to like the butt of a pigeon, and it sends messages like that. Mission accomplished. Can I go home now? He's listening on the other end. And Mentor Wu has got one eyebrow up like, I want to know. I want to hear. You promised. And then he hangs up, and then he slams his briefcase off the table. And Mentor Wu walks away disgusted.
Wait.
Acting. Fake. Fake. Fake.
Wait, what
fake.
is going on? So they don't like anybody's acting.
It's just all overdone.
Try too hard.
Yeah. Then another woman runs straight up to Mentor Zhang, grabs her by the hands, and asks, on your way here, did you see a little boy? No, I didn't. He has a mole here. I didn't see him. The lady starts roping Mentor Wu into it. Did you see a little boy on your way here? He's not very tall, about this tall. He has a mole here. I saw you coming from that way. No, I haven't. Why don't you try looking for him? I've been looking for a very long time. She walks over to an older gentleman. Weren't you supposed to watch our son today? And now he's gone. Gone? You did this. And he's like, hurry up and find him then. Like, the amount of time it takes to argue, you could have already found our son. And she's like doing frustrated stomps with her feet, and Mentor Wu, nostrils flaring, eyes wide, walks away. He's like, what the fuck is that? Then another couple is arguing. The actress is arguing, I just want to be a good actress. I just want to go step by step and let everybody see what I'm capable of. Is that so wrong? Mentor Wu walks away. And
Wait, do they like anything?
no, later in front of the producers, they ask, what did you think of the acting today? And he cycles through what I can only imagine a turbulent 100 different emotions. He's like,
This man's
don't
facial
know.
expressions.
I didn't feel anything.
Dang.
Yeah, he's so disappointed. So then they walk and they continue walking and they come across a woman on her knees holding a sign up
still
above
more.
her head. So she's dressed like a beggar. She's got like soil on her face,
Okay.
like just like dirt. It looks like coal mine. Like, you know, when you work in the mines, you
Yeah,
have,
yeah.
like, yeah. I'm only worth 20 cents. It's
only
just in
worth 20
exchange for
cents?
2 straw mats. Mentor Zhang stops in front of her and like her arms are shaking and she's like kind of crying and she's looking down. She won't even look at Mentor Zhang. Just 2 straw mats.
2 what?
Straw mats to lay on
Oh, give me 2 mats?
and I'll work for free.
Oh.
Are you trying to sell yourself? Yes. Did you write buy or sell? So side note, Tiffany said in Mandarin, buy and sell are written super similarly.
Yes.
And she's so smart, she misspelled it on purpose. So she like wrote, you can like, I'm buying myself instead of I'm selling myself for work.
Uh-huh.
And she's crying and her arms are shaking the whole time. And she says, I can't read anymore, but I'm in good health and I'm not sick and I don't eat much either. And like, y'all, I started crying. I started crying.
She's gonna do something to
Like,
mess
this
it
is a
up.
reality show and I was crying. So
Like
stupid.
really
She
good.
sells it
Yeah, it
though.
was good.
Like she was really
I'm
good.
crying again, yeah.
Really?
It was good, yeah. And so
Wow.
Mentor Zhang later says, you see the vision in her eyes and it's compelling. And so
Huh.
she walks over and picks up her very first number plate. It was
Yay! I was just about to pause and ask before she started talking about this lady. Like, there has to be one out of the 45 people there. I was wondering if there's going to be 1 or 2. There has to be at least 1 or 2.
It was really good. I cried the whole time. And then even when she picked up the number plate, it was like I kept crying for another reason because the actress just looked so relieved. Like she looked so relieved. So it was
So
like,
she
Okay,
was
I'm glad she
playing
sold it toward the
coal
end.
mine worker who's selling herself
yeah.
with a sign she's holding above her head that's kind of misspelled some words.
Yes, but it was her delivery, so it wasn't over the top and everything was
Yeah.
believable. It was the way that she's looking down and is not making eye contact with people who are asking her questions.
Yeah.
And like the way that she says she can't read, but she's like justifying like, I'm healthy though, and I don't take up much food, like I don't take up much space. Like it was not overdoing it. It was just so good. I cried.
Dang.
And Mentor Wu says, also just on a technical scale, he says, actors need speed, you know, get to the point, and it's nice to watch. It was refreshing. There weren't a lot of usage of extreme expressions. This was a very easy shot to shoot, and it's easier to handle someone like that on camera than someone who over-exaggerates. But the tears from her eyes were rolling out, but it did not seem forced.
Wow.
Yeah, and so later she's like shivering on the side, and one of the rejected actors is asking her, like, do you have any tips for crying? And she says, and she's shaking, so she sounds a little crazy. Okay, she says, actually, the simplest way is to enrich everything before it. So to the point where it can't even become richer. So like you have to engrave this picture in your mind. So like you have to imagine.
Can you guys make yourself like automatically cry? I used to be able to, but now if I try, it gets so weird for me that I just automatically start laughing. I'll try to make myself cry before the video ends.
Like this image actually, like if I'm thinking like my parents blew up, then I would actually imagine my real
God.
parents blowing up somewhere and like their limbs are all flying off, and like I would just like try to envision like them being blown up and like the arm is flying and stuff, and like you have to be able to picture that to have like this very detailed image, because like the more upset that you get, like the better it works. So yeah. And she's like shivering because
she okay?
it's 37 degrees in the warehouse.
What?
And she's wearing like
She's
thin, because like
legitimately-
beggars' clothes have to be thin. She's wearing like
oh.
really thin clothes. So later someone comes and puts a puffer around her.
Okay.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Mentor Chen and Isabel, Mentor Chen, the stern uncle, and Isabel, the French actress, he just wants to get straight to the point of weeding out the bad ones. So he just starts using his hands. Remember the general that professed his love for Mentor Zhang that got on his knees?
Yeah.
Now he's sitting on the bench giving a monologue about his rejection. I've had so many ups and downs in life. They gave me love and warmth with their time.
Sir,
But there was
just
also
hang it up.
regret. Mentor Chen just... And every time he does this, he keeps losing focus, the general. Just keeps like looking up, seeing what he's doing with his hands.
Wait, he's fucking with them?
Yeah, because he's saying that's
failed
a
the
professional.
test.
You think a set is like just catered to you? You
Oh
have to
my
be
God,
able to
that's
be
crazy.
locked in the whole
Exactly,
time.
you
Start tickling him.
Yeah. Tika, tika, tika.
Oh my god.
Jen is not impressed.
Imagine.
And then he walks over to a tofu stand. There's a Douyin comedian, pro-antagonist. He's playing a guy who's running a tofu stand. And he's selling tofu. And he's cutting the tofu and he's wrapping it up. And he's saying, my mom said she'll come back once I'm done selling all the tofu. And then it's like, I don't know, just something about it was so sad. And Mentor Chen picks up his number. And they said TikTokers have no talent. I was crying.
Wait,
He
why?
said the look in his eyes was unbearable. There is a kind of sadness, but also like naive happiness.
Dang. So it's always the one that's much more reserved.
Yeah.
Like not out there. And
Yeah.
Wow.
Meanwhile, a woman with a white veil and a wedding dress walks up to Mentor Zhang. Did you know? Mentor Zhang is like, I didn't know. What happened? She's crying. He has someone else. So it seems like she's a bride that left, you know?
Oh.
So what? I don't want to get married anymore. Then don't.
Exactly.
I won't. Then why are you
Okay.
sad? The woman looks so confused at Mentor Zhang, like, that's not in the fucking script. Who told you to say that? She later tells the producers, beats me? How was I supposed to know how I'm sad? Also, Mentor Zhang has a very strong aura. I just had so much going on inside. I just kept staring at her. And then it was too long of a pause and I didn't know why I was sad. And so instead of answering the actress, she's got tears in her eyes and she just stares blankly at Mentor Zhang, reaches out and hugs her. Bless you.
What?
Yeah, I don't know. And then the mentors walk away and they
It's a
come
strange one.
across a man with long hair, long black hair. This is not Mr. Snake Man.
I was
Dressed
just
in
gonna
a
ask,
hansu
is this
sitting on
Mr.
the side.
Snake?
Want to buy some oil? He runs like an oil stand. Mentor Zhang just stares at him. Okay, and he's looking at her. What are you looking at me like that for? Don't look down on me. In this stage, when women are respected and men are prostitutes, I'm just a fallen courtesan. But one's got to live and make a living, don't you think? Honestly, he kind of slayed. It was like lethal. He was kind of killing it. I was into it. I was like,
Was
oh my
it
gosh, I want to know
lethal?
more. What's his backstory? What's going on?
Yeah. Like, what's the background?
Yeah, why is he okay? What happened? Who hurt this man? Then Mentor Wu walks up like a dad at a Costco sample table. What kind of oil is this? Canola oil. So that's why you're so greasy.
Oh my god.
And then all of a sudden he gets out of character because he's like, what the fuck? Why did he attack me like that? And so he tells the producers later, I mean, like I really didn't even, I was immediately out of character. I was thinking, what do I do? Do I diss him back? And in that slight pause, the mentors walk away.
How do you diss them back? Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's crazy.
And so they were like, but he was good, honestly. And then they walk across a woman saying, Paramount, buy two tickets, get one free, Paramount. And she's twirling around in her green dress and she turns aside and she looks at Mentor Wu. And Mentor Wu looks at her like, what you looking at me for? I'm not supposed to be here, okay? God. And everyone says Mentor Wu the whole time, like his expression is, money is hard these days. Like that was like, he did not want to be here.
It's hard to earn a living these
Yes,
days.
that's the vibe, okay? And he's just like, what are you looking at me? So he just decides to play into it. Are you alone? And she looks shocked. And she's playing a character who just runs into her ex. So Mentor Wu is her ex. Why are you here? I'm at work. I know you've never seen me like this, but I guess I've never seen... How have you been? Mentor Wu is all camoed up, arms crossed. Good, you? Basically, what is happening? And she's like, tell me more. I haven't seen you for so long. And he checks his watch. Are you in a hurry? And later he walks away. He just walks away because she couldn't keep his attention. Later she tells
You're
the
not
producers,
giving
I mean, toward
much.
the end, I couldn't even catch on the energy. I just didn't think about anything in advance. Mentor Wu and Mentor Zhang walk on, and they walk straight into a man wearing a black cardigan, staring into the depths of Mentor Zhang's soul. And I'm like, is this another proposal? Mom? I'm like, never mind. Okay.
Mom.
You don't even know your son anymore, do you? Mentor Zhang doesn't say anything. She just stares, and he literally looks away, and he tells the producers, okay, so here's the problem. When I looked into Mentor Zhang's eyes, I like froze because I didn't know what to do. And so then she starts walking away,
And you're
and then he
not ready
starts
to be an
screaming after
actor.
her. Do you remember when I was young? Do you remember when you told me that you would never leave me? Do you think sending me money every month means you love me, Mom?
All right.
And
Settle
she's just
down.
walking away like, what the
They should start a booking there.
Yeah, she's like, not today. You're not gonna catch me with no child support today. Nice try. Then the mentors walk straight into a man that starts crying on his knees. I want to borrow some money from you, just 300, okay?
Is everyone crying?
Yeah. And Mentor Wu says, do you have Alipay? And he just ignores Mentor Wu and just keeps going, I will pay you back, I promise, sir. And Mentor Wu walks away and he shakes his head. How am I gonna give you money if you don't have Alipay? And he walks away.
Is he a troll? Like, is he like
Yes.
trying to stir shit up?
Yes. By this point, Mentor Chen says only a few actors passed. I mean, most of them don't even know what they're doing because some actors are just doing too damn much. And that is where I leave you with part
Girl.
1, because part 2 is going to have the rest of the actors in scene, and then we're gonna see who the finalists are. But so far,
Okay.
I will say, other than the oil salesman, there's not, and honestly, the cat, cause like kind of slay for staying in character that long. I will say there's not one contestant where I'm like, they deserved a card, but they didn't get it. So I think the ones that did get it, I mean,
Okay, so there are better ones that's coming.
yeah, I think
Okay,
so.
okay. Because I've seen some of
There
these
must
clips.
be.
It's pretty crazy.
There's better ones and worse ones that are also better. They're better because they're worse. There's some where like the translator didn't even know how to translate to the French actress because she was like, I think this is illegal. This is like, we cannot be representing our country like this right now. So we're gonna get to that in part 2. Let me know your thoughts and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
I wonder if I can. I wonder if there are little clips of the little acting things with on YouTube. If not, probably like Billy or something else. Because if it's a messy show, but Stephanie obviously condenses it to all the messy parts. That's what kind of keeps me personally engaged in watching the whole thing, as opposed to actually watching the full series that she's talking about. It's probably all the best bits in like a shorter amount of time than the actual series. Because if I'm watching the series and there have like unnecessary script parts, I'm just going to be skipping ahead. He should have. I don't know why something wasn't said about it. Oh, that guy's actually an actor. He's not one of us. He's not one of the staff members. Oh shit, he fooled me good. Give me your card. Like, I questioned it at first. I was like, wait, is this acting or is this like legitimate? Like an actor actually got hurt. She has been on a roll with these different shows. The siblings are not episodes. Oh yeah, she hasn't. Has she done a second part of it? I don't even remember. The Korean divorce camp. Now this one. She has been busy with the whole Diddy case, but now that that's over and it's a disappointment result, then she might focus more on updating what these shows that she's been introducing us with. I don't think I've seen this one, actually. I thought I was caught up with all the Stephanie Sue videos, but I think this is the only one I have yet to see. The Nepo billionaire boy gets influencer pregnant and refuses to pay for baby formula. That looks like... Oh, yes, it is literally in the title. I mean, in the thumbnail. Well, you can kind of find the show on YouTube, like some episodes, but I'm sure if I put it in the video, it's going to get blocked. So I'm not going to cut it out anyways. But I saw some of the actual clips and like some of the episodes, small clips of future episodes. And I was just like, what the fuck am I watching? Okay, well, I can't make myself cry right now. I used to believe that I could be like a really good actress because I sold all the emotions I tried to act out. But this whole show recap was a little too humorous to just immediately jump into a crying mess. So I guess acting was never the career path for me.